Crypto holders, this is my last warning. If you're not already paying close attention to the altcoins that I've been mentioning over the last couple of days, then please don't come back crawling to me in the next couple of weeks when you've missed out on tons of profit, because I've chewed every single part of this out for you. And again, I will not spend too much time on this, but I have to give you guys a final warning by saying right now, a lot of these altcoins are manipulated. And if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, please head over to my Twitter and take a look at this 2-minute video I posted a little bit back. It explains the story, but again, just to give you guys some indication, there are many altcoins that are being heavily manipulated towards the upside right now. We're navigating them, analyzing the on-chain transactions, and basically following some very specific, I don't even want to talk about it almost, but we're following some very specific guys, looking at their transactions and following their pattern, leading into massive trading opportunities, but specifically short opportunities, as you're basically trying to see where these things fall over because they just go on an astronomical rise. TRB is one of the coins I've been shouting in your face for the last couple of days to go look at. BLZ, just to give you guys an idea here, there was also Lever. That one I didn't actually analyze, but some of my friends did, and so I was checking it out. Front we talked about. Here again, I'm posting to take a look at BLZ because they all follow a similar pattern. Again, BLZ, and here I posted Hi-Fi, TRB, BLZ, Front. Every single one of these follows the exact same pattern. If you're not focusing on them and just looking for where you can short, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not your financial advisor, but in this case here, I'm your best friend because I've chewed everything out, and I'm telling you this because I want you guys to understand that making these crazy multipliers in crypto does not always have to be hard. Sometimes you get lucky because you've spotted something which is the golden key. Again, just for reference, here I posted my BLZ short, which was the 23rd of September, where I also explained that I'm shorting different coins like Front, BLZ, TRB, Hi-Fi, and quickly afterwards I also posted a screenshot of me shorting Front. Now, the reason I'm telling you don't just open one short but consistently keep trying to open them is because after this short, the price actually hit some way higher points. You can see even 70 cents, but you can see how hard it fell from 70 cents downwards. Again, it's down about 50%, and if you're shorting that like I did here with 10x leverage, that means if I put in $1,000, I'd basically make $5,000 on this move downwards because again of our 10x leverage. BLZ, another good example. All you're trying to figure out is, can I catch a local top? You don't have to find the absolute top, you just have to find a local top because the price moves down significantly. Here, 12.5%. Here, just as an example, 17%, or from the highest point here, 26% right here. Let's quickly see again, if we can. About 35% or so that it went down, and right now up till this point it's down about 30%. You only need about 5% to get 50% worth of profit on your trade. Just to give you guys a better indication, here is TRB, which again potentially has not seen its highest point yet, but right after it hit a high point it came down 31%. Even right now is still down roughly 22%. We're not trying to buy at this point. Again, from the pattern, it looks as if it's basically going to continue towards the upside actually. So we are just waiting for things to turn back around. We're not trying to catch this top. We're trying to short somewhere once this actually happens, once it turns back around, and not catch the entire wave, but catch hopefully a part of the wave. And the reason I'm saying final warning is because these guys that are manipulating these coins are not stupid. Eventually they'll notice, okay, our system has been busted by not, tens of people, but thousands of people, and so many are anticipating these moves, we can't do it anymore. I saw my mic cut out. They're going to move on to something else. It's not that time yet, though. Right now, I've already explained their method of making money in some of my previous videos, but still, from every single perspective, it makes sense for them to continue on with this. And in theory, if you're a little bit more confident in yourself, you can actually try long opportunities as well, meaning you actually buy these coins because you are seeing that they're being manipulated. This is the daily chart, right? I've been screaming at you guys for days. This is actually the 20th of September, for example, that there's so many strange connections between a specific market maker, a specific VC, and some exchanges that are looking as if the same pump type of scheme is going to replicate, and indeed it is happening. The price is up 130% over the last couple of weeks. And so you just should look for trading opportunities here. It follows a very, very easy to follow pattern. I have another part of a story to tell you guys though. This right here, oh, we're not really fully in screen, is the National Bank of Georgia planning to select a single technology partner for the digital gel pilot program or project. right? And they've basically got Ripple as one of their options right here, leading a lot of people to be pretty excited. As we all know, Ripple is pretty solid in the CBDC field, but I'll give you guys a warning, all right? Right now in the crypto space, we're at one of these lower points. Even though adoption in the background is happening very straightforward and just continuously, Crypto.com launching XRP trading against PayPal USD. We've just gotten ourselves the first bullish September in the last 6 years. And generally speaking, the last quarter, all right, the October to December months are most bullish, with October being the outlier, being the absolute most bullish month we have got. And even though history doesn't have to repeat itself again, people are anticipating an Uptober, all right, in October, things just going absolutely nutty, absolutely crazy. And even though I can't promise that's gonna happen, I will warn you guys that soon enough, the market will turn back around. And so, as I've described in some of my videos, be adequately prepared that right now they're making you fearful. They're making you not want to get involved with crypto, while in the back end, building all these fundamentals, building it up for something very great, as again, we're seeing in what type of adoption is ongoing. Now, there's some negative news though, or some other strange news. Apparently, the $415 million FTX hacker is moving some Ethereum that they exploited from the exchange a while back. The hacker has recently moved a total of $8 million via Railgun and Thorchain. The on-chain transfers come more than 10 months after FTX was initially hacked. And the funniest part about that, well, funny is relative, but this was happening amidst their whole restructure, amidst their whole shutting down and whatnot, that people really didn't pay close attention to it all. But in the reality of things, this was a very major event, $415 million gone. Anyway, talking about FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried has just lost his bid for temporary release from jail. Apparently, attorneys from Sam Bankman-Fried have asked a New York District Court judge on Monday for a temporary release, arguing that it was necessary for the preparation of his defense. Meanwhile, prosecutors are argued that Bankman-Fried had resources, let me quickly do that, before he was jailed in August. And I really do wonder how he's heading up in jail. You know, how is he doing over there? Anyway, something else that I saw over the last week that I didn't get to report on just quite yet. Binance Japan and Mitsubishi joined forces for stablecoin development. And funny enough, this is something we're going to be seeing way more of as time progresses. Exchanges and massive companies working together. We've seen major coins working together with major companies like, for example, VeChain and HBAR and Ripple, I guess, for that perspective. But for exchanges to work like this is very peculiar. The two organizations have initiated a collaborative study into creating stable coins to propel Web3 adoption. That's, again, not akin to a CBDC. I think it's very interesting. I mean, you could ask yourself, why would they want this, right? Well, apparently this is not Mitsubishi and the car, but Mitsubishi UFJ Trust Bank to create stablecoins pegged to major currencies over in Japan. For not only Japanese yen, but also foreign currencies such as the US dollar, built on Progmatcoin, which is a compliant infrastructure platform Mitsubishi already owns, and it was apparently developed with the Payment Service Act that includes Mizuho Bank, SMBC, and SBI Holdings, which is actually something interesting because I never really knew that. And that makes me wonder, is the next big thing going to be not like coins that are singular, like a JPM coin, right? Because it's from one massive chain. Even though I guess some others included in their network, like Chase, might even use it too. But is it going to be like the banking cartel that creates something together? Well, right now it doesn't make sense just quite yet for them to do so. But what if they make a new coin pegged to different things that they could all use? I mean, XRP is a really good solution right now, but I wonder if at some point these banks come to some sort of unison conclusion. I don't think so, but it's just something I think about. Because again, if we're talking about mainstream adoption, these type of articles are really what hits the nail on the head. Central banks successfully test cross-border trading of wholesale CBDC using DeFi. The Bank of International Settlements, BIS, alongside the Central Bank of France, Singapore, and Switzerland, tested out using wholesale CBDC to conduct cross-border trading. And this is kind of like I just said earlier. Project Mariana's proof of concept used a hypothetical euro, Singapore dollar, and Swiss franc WCBDCs between simulated financial institutions. The project relied on a common token standard, which in theory could be XRP, on a public blockchain, which facilitates interoperability and seamless exchange of CBDC across varied local payment and settlement systems maintained by participant central banks, an accompanying press release said. Again, when you read it, you really start thinking of XRP, which is kind of funny, because again, the BIS has often spoken out about Ripple's technology or about XRP, and Ripple also joined their task force for cross-border payments, which leads you to believe perhaps there's something more ongoing, as again, this falls really into the XRP strategy. This is even more ironic, by the way, this part. Project Mariana pioneers the use of novel technology for interbank foreign exchange markets. It successfully demonstrated that it is feasible to exchange wholesale CBDC across borders using novel concepts such as automated market makers, which again is up and coming right now for the XP Ledger, said somebody. AMMs are an autonomous trading mechanism, and in this experiment was like a decentralized exchange, and they've also been testing DeFi, but it's just interesting to see how the adoption is indeed coming, and I just wanted to quickly warn you guys about that as well, the fact that it's happening so quickly, all right? The price is not reflecting it, I know, but it is happening in the background, and it is happening quite quickly. Just be ready for when things finally turn back around. Like I've said in many of my other videos, just be prepared, and that's about it.